Hello, everybody. It's us here at Retro Ninja Duo, and for another episode of Red Talks.
Red Talks.
Episode 9. Officially the episode 9.
Yeah, we had another one, but life kind of got in the way for a bit, and new jobs, new career choices.
Yeah.
And so we're skipping that episode and making this new one, number 9. At least that way it's a little more relevant.
And we have Thwomps.
We have Thwomps. Yeah, they're here with us.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy our new quality.
Yeah, I hope
getting.
The quality's good,
Yeah.
because we're finally using DSLR cameras as far as for this setup here.
So yeah, we've upgraded a little bit. So how are you?
Pretty good.
What
Like
you
you
been
said,
up to?
new career, started a new job.
Yeah.
So I can have a little more time to sort of focus on some of this stuff whenever I'm not doing my normal job. Because if anybody doesn't know, I was working part-time with one company, and then I was doing delivery service to make up for the missing time otherwise.
Makes sense.
So that's a lot of running around.
Yeah, it is.
So it was much harder to do editing and having the time to sit down, because by the time I sat down, I was just dead. Like, I was ready to clunk out,
So, but I mean, how late would you usually work whenever you're doing deliveries?
Oh, God. Well, if I had to get up in the morning, as far as for the other job, the part-time job, my actual W-2 job, that was like, I had to be back home by like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then go to bed instantly, because I had to be up I had to be there at 7:30, which is means I have to get up at 6 o'clock to be ready to go.
Yeah.
But now I have a nice full-time position that I've been doing, and I don't have to be there till 8:30. So
Nice.
I can get a little
You're
extra
spoiled.
sleep.
You're spoiled now.
A little bit. But yeah, so I do apologize. This is basically our official episode 9. We did record one, and I did have it pretty much done as far as for you guys, but it's a little outdated. So we're going to take some things from it, including the Retro Game Treasures box that he got for July.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that in here. So we're going to have different clothes on at the time. Maybe. I might still have this. I don't
honestly,
remember.
I think we should. Maybe we're talking about doing a Patreon thing a little down the road once get a little more traction. We may just put it up there in its entirety for people who
like the
care.
lost episode.
Yeah,
This is called the lost episode.
Yeah, the lost episode. Episode
Just
8,
to make it sound so important when it's really
episode
not.
8.99.
Yeah, 8.99. Yeah.
But in terms of gaming, what have you?
Okay.
done? What have you played?
As far as gaming wise, I played a little bit more Sons of the Forest. I know. I think I mentioned it on the Lost episode. I'm gonna call it that from now on.
I like it. The lost episode. Not the
Sons
last.
of the Forest is really good. And otherwise, I've been watching more movies than anything.
Okay. Nothing wrong
I've
with
been
that.
going to the theaters and stuff. I mean, this is not obviously gaming related. We'll get into some movie news with the games here coming up. But I went to see that new horror film, Talk to Me, which was amazing.
Really?
Really good. And I found out one of my favorite YouTube channels that do special effects, as far they do really great stunt work on their YouTube channel. And they actually were on a Corridor Crew episode of Stuntman React. And it's the two brothers from Raka Raka. That's their YouTube channel. And they are the directors of this movie as far as Talk to Me. This is their first feature.
Nice, and you really enjoyed it.
Yes, it was great. I didn't even know it was them until after I had seen the movie.
9 out of 10. Or out of 10. 0 to 10.
Oh, man. I would give it definitely a 9.
Jesus.
It's that good.
That is, that's ballsy, sir.
It's very good.
It's very ballsy.
I heard that they officially announced they're doing a sequel.
Already?
So, yes, because it's doing that well. Even with Oppenheimer, did I say that right?
Oppenheimer, you're right.
Yeah, okay, and Barbie, and all these great...
You didn't say that one right.
And all these big movies coming out, that they have to compete against. Because this is a movie that's out of Australia. Okay. It's for a place I wouldn't go.
He's scared of it.
Yeah, I'm so scared.
Scared of spiders.
But that's where the
snakes.
brothers are from, as far as from Raka Raka. And I think I've shown you a couple things from them, but you might not remember. I might put it here on the screen just to kind of show, not, they're in full audio or anything, just showing some of the stunt work.
Put the entire movie right here.
They've done some really funny videos. So this is really impressive that they're doing, a horror film as their first feature. because people thought they would do like an action or a comedy with all the stuff they normally do on their YouTube channel.
I did a full-on horror.
And they full on horror, yeah, and it works great. Like,
Nice.
I was impressed.
So have you seen the trailer for A Haunting in Venice?
Yes, I want to see
Kenneth
that.
Branagh. So
That and the new Exorcist movie looks really good too.
Exorcist
Believer.
I am torn about the Exorcist movie.
I think the trailer looks great. I just hope that's not all that it can really give here. In terms of like...
There are so many horror movies that just give everything away in the trailers.
And The Nun 2 actually looks pretty good.
It's okay.
Looks, as far as
the whole Conjuring thing, man, I'm kind of over it.
A little bit, yeah. The third Conjuring movie was kind of terrible. As far as The Devil Made Me Do It, that was not so great. Even though I like seeing Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. I hope I said her last name correctly.
Same way I would have said it.
Their chemistry together is great as the Warrens, even though they've already been ratted out as far as the real people were ratted out.
The Warrens were awful people.
Yeah, exactly. But the story, like the movie entertainment quality, as far as between Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, are really good. So, even though the third movie sucked,
like take it from someone who like actually did some ghost hunting stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Warrens, they're right up there with Zach Douchebaggins, and I mean they're just con artists, and so but without getting into too much and getting too many opinions out there. What?
We might need to adjust a little bit.
Why? What's wrong?
Because you see how big my lines are compared to yours.
Okay, do you want to start over?
No, I mean I'll fix it in post.
Okay, how's fix it in post?
Fix it in post.
Okay, I think hold mine a little bit closer too. I think that'll help.
Yeah, you might have yours a little further away.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, sorry if I was quiet.
I'll fix it in post.
Turn that a little bit up a little
bit. A little bit more. And then even you out at this point.
Yep. So in terms of movies, I haven't seen any horror stuff lately. The Last Voyage of the Demeter, am I saying that correctly?
Yeah. That looks great too.
I do want to see that. That looks so damn good.
There's a lot coming out.
I know, right?
At least for us,
horror fans. But I did go watch the new Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
How was that?
It's about an 8.
Wow.
Now, granted, I mean, everything after Mission Impossible 2. Yeah, Mission Impossible 2 kind of sucked. I thought it was good back
but it had that Metallica song.
I don't care. I thought it was good back when I was in high school and like, oh man, they got Limp Bizkit, Metallica doing all this music. And then I go back and watch it now. I'm like, man, this movie's kind of garbage. But everything, 2 after that is good. The first one was good, but take away 2.
You told me about Philip Seymour Hoffman being in one of them as far as, I guess, 3 or 4.
Third one.
Yeah, that he was like such a crazy villain.
He's vicious. But yeah, I mean, it was really good. It went to some areas I didn't expect in good ways. And so, I mean, it was really damn good. I did go and watch Oppenheimer Tuesday. Today is Thursday, so 2 days ago. And it was an extremely dramatic biopic.
Yeah, because it focuses. Don't be like confused. It does focus completely just on him, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's.
I'm saying for the audience,
So I don't know how. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a true story that happened 80 years ago. If you don't know by now, almost 80 years ago, yeah, because you're not paying attention.
For the people that don't know, who are still young to this is about the Manhattan Project. This is about the atomic bombs that were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan, and during World War II. So this is all about the creation of those of atomic bombs. And Oppenheimer was one of the biggest names. He was one of the biggest names helping in that creation of that project. He
was the biggest name.
Yeah.
So it pretty much goes... He had some ties with communism back in the early 20s and 30s. And back then, communism wasn't what it became in the 50s when everyone was scared to death of it.
Yeah.
They're like the Red Scare and all that kind of stuff. Everyone was scared to death of, especially like Russians back in the 50s. The Cold War.
Because they were still the USSR at the time, right?
Yeah, all up until 92.
Yeah.
So he had some ties with Communism Party, an American Communism Party, but he was never a member of it. But his brother was, his lover, girlfriend was, his brother's wife was, and his wife was. But he never bought into it. But I mean, it was pretty much you know, a political party, like they believe what they want to believe now, is no different than, without getting political, no different than what a lot of people now believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there was just extreme socialism.
Yeah, it was just, you know, it was scary to the average American at that time.
Yeah, because they didn't understand it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they weren't trying to go and be Russia, but I mean, it's just what people believed. And so after they developed the atomic bomb, he spoke out against dropping it in war. He did not want to use it in terms of war. And the government basically threw him under the bus and accused him of being a communist and took away all of his pretty much privileges and security clearance. And that's what he had to go through. Basically never recovered.
Yeah, I heard that like they pretty much ruined him after everything had been done, and like that he just never recovered from it. And I'm trying to remember what the quote was that he had said, that it's like very famous now as far as about his experience and everything. But I mean, obviously, I'm not going to bring it up at this point because it was. If you want to find it, just literally look up as far as, because I imagine in the movie he says it as far as like Cillian Murphy's character, like as Oppenheimer.
About the bomb?
It's like a very famous quote that he said
"I
on
am become death."
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that one in particular.
That is that's a Hindu proverb. He was quoting the Quran.
Yeah.
But he does say it. Yeah. But you know, that's it. You know. We have a mutual friend actually that I'm going to take my kids to see it, and his kids are like 9 and 11. I'm like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, no, what the hell is wrong with you? A kid would not want to sit through. They're not going to.
It's 3 hours. Yeah.
It's just And he's like, you don't really think they'll like it? No.
No.
But anyway,
I wouldn't, even if it was like the greatest movie ever. No.
No, it's great. It's 100% Nolan. The time jumps around a lot, and so it's takes a little getting used to because of the time jumps.
Yeah, my friend had told me that it definitely jumped around, and I was like, is it like Pulp Fiction jumping around, or is it like, it's like, no, it's like different aspects in his life. You know?
It's not like here's a scene, then here's a scene, or like here's a segment of the story, here's a segment, but it's like, okay, here he is at a hearing.
Yeah.
And he looks older, but it's in black and white. And then he goes back and doesn't never say, hey, this is 1924, or hey, this is 1956. It said, you know, you can see he's younger. He's in the process of making a name for himself in university. And then, boom, it's black and white again. And he's older.
And that's what I heard, is that if it's in color, it's his perspective. And then if it's in black and white, it's everybody else's perspective.
Not necessarily.
Something like that. I think that's what I heard.
The black and white stuff is the stuff where he's kind of being pinned down. Like when he's under scrutiny.
Oh, okay.
And all the black and white stuff is whenever he's kind of in his element and doing well. So, anyway.
Okay.
But we're not here to talk about Oppenheimer.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a cool way, like, because this is our lives, is, you know, it's what we do. You know, we watch movies, we do other things. We do other things than games, you know, but games is our main focus here. But yeah, so great intro. Yeah. You know, I wish I was playing a little bit more games. Maybe after a while I will, you know, sit down and do some more. I just bought Doom 2016 for Steam, even though I have it on PS4. I want to play it on the PC version because it seems a little bit smoother, you know. And it was on sale on Steam, so Steam got me again, you know.
Yeah, of course. Other than
sales, I swear.
I know, like, it's been a while since we had our The Lost episode. So we actually had the Southeast Game Exchange since then.
Yep.
And you didn't go to it, did you?
I didn't go, sadly.
I went. For those of you that don't know, it is our region's probably biggest video game swap meet.
Yeah.
It's about an hour and a half away from our hometown.
I mean, it's like a convention meets a swap meet.
Yeah, it's chaos. And I was surprised. They had a lot of stuff. They had a graded, sealed copy of Stadium Events.
Ooh.
Guess how much that was?
$1 million.
No, it wasn't $1 million. But
I'm going to guess about 600,000, 500,000.
You're way high. Way high.
Really?
Yeah, way high.
For Stadium Events?
A graded, sealed copy.
Sealed copy, yeah.
Stadium Events.
Wait a minute.
Way high.
250,000?
Still way high.
No, this can't be in the 10,000s.
It's under 100.
Wow, it really came down.
It's under 50.
It really came down because it's sealed.
It's sealed.
Box, everything.
Graded. They were asking $37,000 for it. Now, granted,
what a deal!
What a deal! Yes.
As compared to what it was, only a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, the market is finally cooled.
Now I gotta know. Keep going.
But they had that. That was really cool. Nothing really, really rare. You can usually walk around these places and see it. 3 dozen Conker's Bad Fur Days. I mean, I'm not wrong.
No, you're right.
Walk around and see a whole bunch of rarer shit. And I wound up finding something by accident, just a little bin. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get this. But I picked up Super Back to the Future 2 for the Super Famicom.
If you guys follow us on, did you post it on the Facebook page? Or did you just show me?
I think I just shared it on my personal Facebook page.
Okay. Yeah, so he did get Super Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah, and
for the Super Famicom.
It's everything you could really want in a Back to the Future 2 game. It's a little... What's the word I'm looking for?
Okay, so...
A little repetitive.
It's actually quite a deal if it's graded. Graded could just be loose and all that, too. But, brand new is like $33,000.
Jesus.
So, $37,000 is probably right with the graded,
The grading's so stupid.
I know, the grading is really dumb as far as... Is it
so
WADA?
Stupid.
Was it WADA? Or was it VGC?
I'm pretty sure it was WADA. More like a wad of shit.
Shit.
And so on top of that, something I got later this week, or
you got to show the cover.
Damn, I can't get to it.
Oh yeah, you can't get it.
I will show it right here. Right here in this area. This is where it is.
More work for me. Yay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So,
I don't mind.
This is for a video we're going to do in the future.
Yep.
It takes a little bit of an investment to get this.
It's probably going to be a Patreon only or something along those lines.
It will have to be.
It'll have to
tell you what it is. But I got a complete in-box Atari Beat 'em and Eat 'em.
Okay, if you guys are unaware, Beat 'em and Eat 'em is a part of a line of Atari 2600 games.
They made 3 games.
They're considered the Atari porn line.
Yeah, they're from a company called Mystique. They are. And the CEO of Mystique said that he wanted to make games for adults. And he didn't think adults wanted to fly around in spaceships or jump over pits, but they would rather do some pretty unspeakable acts. I don't know if I should say what they do in these games because
we're all going to be on YouTube here, so we don't want to get
Yeah, so they do some pretty raunchy stuff in these games, and I highly recommend for people to go look up what they are, or whenever we get our Patreon going, subscribe to that, and then we'll give you access to it once we get the video made.
Yeah,
but they made 3
we're gonna
games.
Have to play it.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. So they have Beat 'em and Eat 'em. That's the most popular, but it's kind of the middle of the road in terms of the 3 games that are released.
Yep.
There's one called Custer's Revenge. That is the more rare one.
I already picture it in my head. I know what it looks like.
Yes. I'm sorry for anyone else that does. And then they have a Bachelor Party.
Oh my God.
And that is not that expensive, surprisingly enough. And so we will be getting these and apologizing to all of you for you having to see those pixelized things.
It's gonna be hilarious, like straight up hilarious.
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be really funny.
And that's the thing. It's just it's more of us like showing off the history of obscure things,
and that's what we like.
That's, it's not like we're like
I mean, I'll come
that
across
part's
something.
Kind of funny,
it's funny, yeah. I mean, it's the little perverted 12-year-old in all of us. But I mean, I like to go and like see something, and like I've never seen that before. How much does it cost?
Yeah, because
have you ever seen another copy of it?
No,
exactly.
This is my first time ever seeing, and I'm looking up at it right now.
Yeah, it's up on my shelf.
And I've never seen physically in person. And you got did you get the leather case with it?
It's with it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because these things would be sold behind the counters at certain retailers. They wouldn't put it out in display. You had to personally ask for it as far as to get it. And they came in these leather-bound cases.
It's pleather, but yeah.
But it looks good.
It looks like leather. Now, one of the things that's misleading...
It fits the
case
aesthetic.
The case is this big. It's like a little small thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it has, like, Mystique on it and, like, gold embroidery. And then you open it up and there's the game.
It's such a cool little extra little item.
It is sleazy.
It's sleazy, but it's cool.
Pure 1970s, early 80s Porn stash sleaze. That's what it is.
Could you imagine like working a retailer that sells it back then, and like just the type of people that would walk up to come get it that knew that it existed?
I want to tell you a funny story.
Yeah,
a little funny,
I like
tangent.
funny stories.
So one of my first jobs, when I was 17, I worked in a local video store. I probably mentioned this in our first ever episode 1 about where we started, and we had old DOS computers with the green screens, but you know, we didn't have like Blockbuster video cards or anything like that. You just come in and say, "Hey, my name, Josh Wright." Then I pull up your stuff. Or are you the one that lives at this address, or the one that lives at this address?
Or maybe a phone number. You know,
and so
something like a database.
Exactly. I mean, it was pretty much 2 stores, and we were interlinked in between the 2, and so it was this database, this server that served our 2 stores. And so we had this one elderly gentleman, and I use the term gentleman
very loosely.
And we had a porn section. And this porn section was, I mean, it was a walk-in closet is way bigger than this porn section was. And he would come in every Friday night and rent 2 movies. He would never rent new releases. He would never go to the family section, thank God. He would never go to the horror section. It was always back behind the porn curtain.
Maybe he had a special, band, like as far as from the family section, like like 10 feet from the
like an ankle monitor.
Yeah, like if he got
tries
near
to go in there like beep 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 beep.
Damn
like,
it!
Like get away. But this man, let me see, we come up with a name for him. We'll call him Larry.
Larry, okay.
Yeah, we'll
Hi,
call
Larry.
him Larry. One day, being the little.
The dude's probably dead. You probably could say his name.
I'm
just saying.
Honestly, I don't remember it.
Okay.
So, Larry, we got this idea to pull up his account and see how many movies he'd rented in the entire lifetime of him renting stuff every Friday night. And so we didn't have that many movies. There may have been 200 in this section. Not many, and they were like HBO level porn. Stuff
so very softcore.
Yes. Stuff that you can rent at a video store. Guess how many movies this fucker had on his account?
It had to have been over 500 or something like that.
1,300.
1,300?
1,300.
And they were all from the porn section?
All from the porn section, 2 at a time.
And he would re-rent some of the same ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, now, going back to why I brought this up.
I like these stories. Yeah, I think they add to the podcast. So
I'm glad you like these stupid porn stories.
They're hilarious.
So he is a type of person that I would picture going up and asking for this game behind the counter.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense now.
Pulling it out, giving it to him. This sleazy, white-haired man.
And he just starts licking
with
it.
a white. Oh God. Jeez.
I wasn't going to do the demonstration.
He's saying it was too much.
Yeah.
But with a white porn stash,
Oh, no.
The one that automatically gets you banned from the toy section at Target. So.
Was it stained? Like
nicotine, maybe.
Like nicotine? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. But, yeah.
Because, when they have, like, a white stash, if they've been doing something like cigarettes or meth or anything like that. Whatever, something that would cause... for it to be stained permanently, you cannot fix it unless you dye it.
That's where you can always tell the fun Santas at the mall when they have those nicotine stains right there.
He's been smoking in between having kids on his lap.
Dude, wouldn't you?
I guess so with all kids, being on my
pissing on
lap.
your lap, I'd be smoking between every kid. I need a break.
Apparently, if I keep getting gray in my beard, I'm going to end up being Santa.
You should.
It'd be a mall Santa.
You should. You make some money.
A little bit,
Just don't get the porn stash by itself.
No. I'd have to put something else on there,
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways.
So there's another movie coming out that critics are split about.
Wow. Great segment. Great way to segue.
I'm trying to get out of this section.
Yeah,
we dug ourselves into a hole, and I was trying to get us out, so I threw the ladder down.
Before we do that, I'm going to say this is where we're going to insert the Retro Game Treasures from the Lost episode. So that way you guys can see what he got for the month of July.
I think it was a month of June, to be honest.
Maybe month of June, yeah. So here it is right now. It is now time for Josh's Retro Game Treasures.
Yeah, making sure we say it right.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? So, This is this month's box, and it looks a little more gold than the other one. I'm pretty excited.
So if you are unaware, or if you're new to the podcast, Josh gets a subscription box from a company called, is it
Retro Game
Treasures? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Retro Game Treasure.
And what we do is every time he gets his new box, we actually will go in and we will value the games as the current market is via price charting.
Yeah.
And we will use price charting to see if it adds up to the $30 that would be the value that he has chosen for his subscription.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, it's a subscription box. I get one of these monthly. It comes with 2 to 4 games, sometimes accessories. You never really know what it's going to be.
Last time I had an accessory.
Yeah, exactly. And it cost right at, what, 35?
It was right at 30, 33, 35.
I mean, with shipping and everything.
Yeah,
right at
with
$35.
shipping it's about 35.
And so our little golden area for this, our target price for the value of everything that they give you is $30.
Yeah.
Because you have to account for
the shipping and handling.
Yeah, shipping and handling
blah,
and all that kind of stuff in the box.
And the box as far as how much it,
and
for
employees.
Them to
I mean, there's a lot of overhead that kind of comes with this. So our target is $30. And so what we like to do is open this thing up, kind of show what we get, and while we're showing what we have, he's going to look it up and see what the price is
currently
based upon
in the market.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a complete in box, if it's just cartridge only, if it's damaged, if it's not.
We'll show exactly what it is and what condition it's in.
Yep. And so, without further ado,
let's see what you got this month as far as for
the first one.
Was this considered the month of July or June?
This is probably June's.
Okay, so this is going to be June. So
this will be June.
In about a couple weeks. Like
they usually come
the next
about
episode or two
between the 20th or 25th. So we'll probably do one more episode and then maybe the next one.
Okay, so not the next episode, but probably the next will be the next time.
The first game we have is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Game Gear.
Woo!
Right here.
I did play this one as a kid. As far as this particular game,
focus camera.
I have VR Troopers for it too.
We are VR. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Game Gear.
Okay, so Martyr.
Let's see what we have.
Not 90.
90.
Like a gown. That's what those.
That's what they wear when they fight the putties.
As a 90.
Yeah, they wear 90s. The 90 Morphin Power Rangers. They morph into their 90s.
Any games, not comics.
When do they have comics?
They do have comics and cards and all that on here now.
Okay, so Sega Game Gear.
Sega Game Gear. Okay, loose.
Yes, it is loose.
Yeah, because you didn't get a box or anything with it.
Nope.
Because the Game Gear boxes are hard to keep up these days.
Yeah, I only have one Game Gear game with the box.
It is valued at loose $9.50. That is surprising for a Game Gear.
$9.50.
That's kind of high.
Kind of steep for a Game Gear game.
Yeah, I don't know.
So $9.50. Go ahead and add that to the list.
Yep. Okay, $9.50. So calculator. $9.50.
$9.50. For the second game we have, we have Demon Attack for the Atari 2600.
Yeah, Demon Attack from iMagic.
Demon Attack. For use with the Atari video game system joystick controllers, 1- and 2-player game.
Okay, so
1982.
Loose is $4.72.
About average for an Atari game.
So plus $4.72. We are now up to $14.22.
We're about halfway there, so that's about on target.
Stay on target. I had to do my Star Wars Porkins, impression. So, is it Porkins? I don't think it's Porkins that says that.
Okay, so this one is
almost good Japanese.
I almost thought it was a duplicate, but it's not.
As compared to...
so this one is F1 Grand Prix for the Japanese Mega Drive.
Mega Drive.
Yeah, the one I had before was like Monaco Grand Prix. And I'm like, wait a minute, but it's not the same game. So this is it, F1 Grand Prix. Grand Prix. F1 Grand Prix.
Okay, Japanese Sega Mega Drive. Yep, here we go.
How much is this one?
Loose. We are at $4.15.
Okay, this next one has to be something.
We're at $18.37 in total at this point.
So we need at least $17.50 to get what we need to get.
I have a feeling you're going to get it.
Yeah. And so for the last one, for Sony PlayStation, complete is South Park.
South Park. Classic game.
Yep.
This is the better version as compared to the Nintendo 64 version that came out. So let me
So
pull that
South
up.
Park, and it is complete. Let's see how the disc looks. Disc looks
Too bad they
amazing.
didn't give you is it Chef's Love Shack? I think that's the other, like, the quiz game.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we have for South Park? Complete in box. 4.
Wow. You're going to be astonished.
Oh, okay. Is it bad or good?
This is great.
Okay, let's see what we have.
This is the highest I've ever seen for this segment.
Okay.
Complete. Shut up. Complete. Sorry, my phone was going off. $24.99 complete.
Okay, $24.99 complete. What do we have for our total?
You have a whopping $43.36.
So we are actually $13 and what, 36 cents?
Yeah, $43.36. If you minus that with $30 in general, that is a
$13
extra value of $13.
Turned out pretty well this
Holy
month.
crap.
So yeah, good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I mean, next month we'll get one that has a value of $7.
Looks like they wanted to be like, reward you for being a long-time subscriber.
Probably not. They probably don't care.
They're like, here you go. Here's this $24 game.
Yeah, that's probably what they had on the shelf. Like, grab that, grab that. I don't.
Yeah.
I wonder how they do
I wonder
that.
how I want to like. So if Retro Game Treasures, if you're watching, give us a tour of your facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's one of these type of things for those of you that are watching. We are in no way, shape, or form sponsored.
Yeah, of course.
This is something that we do. We do this with our own money too, because we like collecting games. And if you want to do from watching our segment, go for it. I'm like, you're not going to get a discount because you tell them that you come from us.
Yeah, they don't know who we are.
They don't give a shit, but we do. I'm glad that there are people out there that do this kind of stuff. Okay, welcome back. That was great.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
I don't remember what I had, to be honest.
I think I remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was anymore.
Actually, one of the biggest ones you ever had in your stash, as far as like value-wise.
Really?
Yeah. And I won't say it here for the audio people.
I can't remember what it is either.
Yeah, I remember what it was.
Okay, good.
Okay, anyways, continue with your segue.
What were we talking about? Before that whole Retro Game Treasure segment, there's a movie coming out that has a lot to do with video games.
And we've actually mentioned it here.
We have mentioned it. I don't know if I want to see it or not. And critics are kind of giving mixed reviews.
Yep.
I will admit, one of my favorite genres of games is racing games, which is kind of sad. They're not that involved. They're kind of shallow. But there is a Gran Turismo game coming out, and it's not based on a game. It is based on a true story about a race car driver who gets the job because he was good at the game.
Yep. And this is a real life thing that happened. If you guys are unaware, basically, I'm trying to remember what his name is.
Jan Mardenborough.
Yes, he actually was a really good player of Gran Turismo. And there was in real life, it was basically a contest kind of thing that he got to enter with other players. And so I think like part of the experience was that you would get to actually do the race car, like as far as actually being one, and try it out. He ended up being really natural at it. Like,
yeah.
And so this is sort of I want to say it's not like, I imagine it's a little Hollywood-ified, if you want to put any kind of word to it, so it's going to have some moments, drama and all that, but it has Orlando Bloom and David Harbour, as far as in the movie. But yeah, it's Gran Turismo.
Yeah, so Gran Turismo, I mean, I do like car movies. I really, really enjoyed like Ford versus Ferrari.
You said Need for Speed was good.
I enjoyed Need for Speed. I mean, it's pretty much like this plot line of what you expect Need for Speed to be like. But with this, I don't know. I mean, one of the things I really don't like that they've done lately is a whole bunch of CGI in racing, because it looks like a video game.
Yeah.
And right now, it just, I don't know, man.
And I'm thinking, did you see any, when we did the trailer, did you see any CGI sort of racing? I mean, maybe like inside the cockpit there was some stuff like that, but like when they were showing the outside, like the actual racing, it looked real, I think.
It's not to me.
Not to you?
Yeah,
okay.
no. It looks it looks too sleek.
Yeah, it needs a little grittiness to it
Yeah, I mean,
to
like,
be real.
and granted, I mean, I know there's some like places you can't put cameras in the middle of this stuff, but it looks fake.
Oh, that's right. This actor who plays the driver was in Midsummer. Yeah.
I don't remember who.
I think he was just one of the friends that came with her.
Okay, so
I can't remember. It's been a little while since I watched that movie.
so he's one of the ones that didn't make it.
I'm pretty sure he didn't make it. Nobody pretty much made it. Well,
Nope.
spoiler. You know.
Yeah, if you
You
fucked it up
I
for
messed
everybody. Supposed to say spoiler before.
Oh, whoops.
But yeah, so Gran Turismo it right now holds a 57% on Rotten Tomatoes.
And I didn't know this was actually Neil Blomkamp's one of his films.
Neil Blumkin?
Is it that?
No.
Neil Blomkamp?
Look up what Blumkin means, everybody.
Blomkamp? Oh, you were being a joke. You're making a joke.
Making a joke,
You're
silly
making a
man.
joke, you silly man.
But yeah, that's really all I have to really say about it. I mean, I haven't seen it. I've seen the trailer a couple times.
Do you think it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be good for like one watch at home whenever it comes to streaming, and then that's about it? You know,
If it
like
were on-
maybe for you, like
if it
more
were,
so.
If it were on Amazon, I would wait until it's free.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. So let's see. I think some critics did give some stuff down here.
Blah blah blah.
Okay, so let's see. The AV Club, this is what they wrote. While it's been ripe for mockery on Twitter, sorry, X, yeah. If you didn't know, Twitter is now X. Gran Turismo does have a basis in reality. Indeed, Sony lucked out here having an actual story to attach to a storyless IP. That's absolutely true. And an aspirational. Yes, thank you. I
welcome.
can't say words today.
I go through that all the time.
Aspirational one at that. After all, what gamer doesn't want to think their hobby isn't training them for something real and worthwhile?
I think that every time I play Red Dead, I'm
You're
gonna be
just like,
yeah. I'm gonna be. I can't wait to 1899, and I'm shooting all these assholes.
I should make a gif out of this, like when I was doing this.
But no, like that's
Oh god.
that's stupid.
Yet, for all its laborious efforts to throttle past expectations, Neil Blomkamp's Gran Turismo is too unconfident, too distracted, too root. I hope I said that right. And simply too short on gas to earn a place in the winner's podium.
Oh, that's
wow!
cheesy.
What a metaphor.
We don't have to read the rest of these.
Yeah, I've just given it at least one.
Yep.
Okay, just so you guys know, this is where they stand. That it seems like most critics are like, meh.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the consensus is meh.
I hereby wager that I will give it a 6.
Okay.
Slightly better than average, but not much.
I wonder if it'll come to streaming anytime soon.
No,
Because-
it's not out in theaters yet.
Oh, really? That's right. It really is not. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, we don't have to see all that shit.
Yeah, so it'll be August 25th in the U.S., so that's pretty in the next few weeks.
Yep.
So it'll be out soon. It sounds like the film is fine, pretty mid, but fine. That's what Kotaku says at the end of the article about the whole situation.
Yeah, it's a movie.
That's a movie.
It's a movie.
Massive amounts of product placement.
So every single can of Coke is turned just
Like,
so you can see the label. Coke refreshing.
It's just like, Wayne's World.
I will not bow to any corporate sponsors.
Yeah. And this is kind of sad,
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
Okay, so that's the first piece of little news is that, critics are a little
Oh, yeah.
split on the Gran Turismo movie.
So on to the other news.
Yeah, he's got a big one for you guys.
Where'd I put it?
He
Where'd
got
I
a
put it?
big
Here it is.
one.
So this isn't really that big. This is kind of
You
stupid.
put it up there. What are you doing?
I like it where it is.
No, it's small. You got a bigger screen over there and you're not utilizing it.
Look, there's a starving kid.
Oh, God, don't do
It's a
that.
UNICEF ad.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, little kid. I don't have any money to save you.
Oh, he's up there too.
God damn it. If he's starving so bad, put your money out of the ads and give it to him. A poor little baby.
Yeah, for real.
Anyway,
Anyways.
Assassin's Creed Mirage confirms microtransaction plans.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Ubisoft, what are you doing?
Yeah, Ubisoft confirms that Assassin's Creed Mirage will feature microtransactions and offers some more details about its monetization plans for the game. So,
Really?
Ubisoft is becoming EA, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Let's see. Assassin's Creed Mirage feature micro. I cannot talk either. Well, look what you made me do. Will feature microtransactions, but Ubisoft claims it will have no impact on gameplay and will be limited to cosmetic packs. So I guess that means, hey,
I mean, as long as it's cosmetic, that's fine. But like the fact that they have to even resort to this, is just terrible.
yeah. The volume of cosmetic bundles in Assassin's Creed Mirage is currently unclear, but it seems that Ubisoft will tone down the practice of offering numerous packs like in previous games. The game won't have XP-based leveling systems like in recent games, and won't offer substantial post-launch support with paid DLC or additional quests.
Well, it's fine if they have some of the DLC that keeps the game going for a while until the next one. So I'm kind of like, why are they taking that out and just putting this stupid microtransaction shit in?
Money. It's all about money.
But the thing is, they still can make money doing the DLC.
I mean, honestly, I know a lot of people are ragging on it now because it's been out 10 years now. But I mean, like, Rockstar did it right in terms of, like, DLC content with GTA.
It doesn't affect the game in any way in terms of, like, like, you have to have this if you want to do these things, because they bring out anything that deals with new levels or modes and all that. They give that away. Like, when it comes to, like, just cosmetics or if you want to buy a richer house or something like that, then that's when you can invest in, like,
If the shark cards
if you
and stuff.
want to. You still can make that money.
Now, one of the ways
it
that
just takes longer.
they did that is a little bit garbagey is, it has been, let me see, 2 generations ago before a new GTA game came out. So the PS3 is the last, system we have with the new GTA.
Yep.
We're currently on PS5.
We know 6 is coming.
Yeah, one day.
But it's one day. It's going to be a while.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Like, it's going to
did.
be announced last year. No, we don't know.
I said it would be at the end of this year if they.
We said that last year.
If they tease anything,
But one of the ways they really made money is like, hey, we got a new system out. You want to play on our system? You got to buy another copy of it.
I just wish they would have put a little bit more. And I'm just talking about Rockstar still. I wish they would have put a little bit more into Red Dead Redemption 2 as far as the online.
I know.
That really is sad that they didn't continue that.
Online was kind of fun.
Yeah.
It felt
I think
more,
it's a little more fun than GTA sometimes.
It felt more immersive.
It did. I felt like I was part of a Western group.
Or a gang, a posse.
Yeah, a posse. Exactly.
We need to play that again.
That was
fun.
fun. Do that.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Assassin's Creed Mirage, I don't know what the game is supposed to be about.
I bet it's something where you assassinate people.
They're just saying it won't affect the gameplay, which is good because, the last people that tried that, fans rioted. And I'm not saying Assassin's Creed did that or Ubisoft in general. I'm saying EA has been notoriously bad for this and using it to for the actual gameplay, and they got called out on it.
Yeah.
Especially on Star Wars Battlefront 2, as far as their version of Battlefront.
And so this right here is coming from Gamer Rant. It says, since the developer has long opened up about how Mirage is meant to be a homage to the first Assassin's Creed, many fans were hoping that would make the game free of microtransactions, which were originally introduced in the series in 2012 with the release of the 3rd numbered installment. Those post-launch monetization attempts have gotten progressively more aggressive over the years, especially after 2017's Assassin's Creed Origins transitioned the franchise into the full-fledged ARPG formula, which resulted in grindier gameplay that made paid shortcuts more tempting. So they're saying that Mirage will not have this.
And you know what I'm thinking, right?
Well, what are you thinking?
Dark Patterns.
Dark Patterns.
Oh, no, we brought it back. Because that's exactly what they're doing with Origins, what they were talking about. where they did grindier gameplay, and then so it made like, ooh, we got these shortcuts for you, dark patterns.
Dark patterns.
Yeah. That's exactly what that's talking about as
Yeah.
far as them trying that shit.
Yeah.
To try to entice you to pay more into it.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's more of the same, it sounds like. It sounds like it's a step in the right direction, but you can't expect all this change overnight, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see how the game goes. I think Origins did really well, as far as what I was assumed to believe. I think Origins sold pretty decently, as far as I think it was the ancient Egyptian game. I'm pretty sure. I never got to play it, sadly.
Did they make an Assassin's Creed movie?
Yes.
I never saw it.
And it didn't turn... I think it was, like, meh. Like, in terms of what people thought of it.
Okay,
Which was... but it had...
that's the consensus for most video game movies.
What's the actor's name who played Magneto and the young Magneto?
Fassbender.
Yes.
Michael Fassbender.
Yes, he was in the Assassin's Creed movie.
Okay.
He was that person.
I was about to make something up and be like Danny Elfman.
No, they've already tried that one. Same thing with Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal. And
See, did you ever watch it?
I thought it was okay.
It was okay. It was a middle of the road
It was just a fun little adventure romp.
romp. Now they couldn't get away with something they could not get away with something like that. It's kind of whitewashing.
Didn't Disney do that one?
Yes.
As far as Prince of Persia?
Yes.
That's kind of funny that they did that. And this before they ever bought Marvel and stuff, so they were trying any franchise they could.
Yep.
It's kind of funny that Disney did a video game movie, so. But
True.
I mean, so did was it the Super Mario Brothers movie from 1993? One of the Disney properties? I want to say it was Hollywood Pictures that did it, and I think that's one of theirs.
I don't remember.
So
I try to block out most of that movie if I can.
By the way, we are talking about doing some stuff with the movie-based games.
Movie-based games.
Or, well, the games-based movies. Yeah.
Game-based movies.
Yes, thank you.
There, thank you.
Thank you. We're talking about doing some stuff with it. I'm not going to spill the beans yet until we get that all ironed out.
If you spill beans, you better clean it up.
Okay. Anyways, Assassin's Creed microtransactions, we don't want them.
Yeah, we don't want them. We expect them though, so thank you for that.
Okay, so real quick, this is not something I'm going to go into as far as like real deep into it, but there is a new Quake 2 remaster that's out now, and it actually supports 8-player split screen.
That is cool.
On
That's cool
Xbox
shit,
and PC. That's really neat.
8 players on one console.
Could you imagine? Yeah, as far as on.
Just imagine like being like 8 years old and having this with like a 64 and like 4 controllers all wound up together playing something like that. But now everything's all Bluetooth and futuristic.
Apparently, this was. I think it was something that was talked about. Yeah, they as far as at QuakeCon, which is a convention for Quake and its software, games, which obviously is part of Bethesda now, and of course part of Xbox, because they own Bethesda. So id Software, the people that make Doom and Quake and the classic first-person shooters like Wolfenstein, all that stuff. They pretty much said it there as far as that they were gonna do that, and that's cool. So it's out now if you want to try it out. Like I said, it's on Xbox as far as Series X/S, and then of course on PC.
Yeah, pretty cool because it's a game that originally came out in '97. I think I had it on the 64.
Yeah, there's a version of I think Quake on 64. I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Yeah, I think it's the first one. But so Quake 2.
But it is
cool.
released on. It seems like it's on everything else too.
PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series
Yeah.
XS, Switch, and PC.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Good stuff. There's a trailer for it and everything if you want to see what it looks like as far as the remastered. I'm not going to play it here. So we have other stuff to talk about.
A few other things.
Yeah. So our next piece here, this is kind of a good one for me, obviously
Julian.
for being the big fan of this franchise, but Resident Evil has a huge Humble Bundle. If you don't know, Humble Bundle is a site that does charity work. And what they do is they offer really great deals on games as far as for Steam. They give you basically Steam keys, and they actually do some great charitable work with that money that they get from people for So you get a great deal on games. You do something great for charity. So, and this is no different. Resident Evil is now on Humble Bundle, and there are 11 Resident Evil games plus some DLC for $35.
That's a good deal.
That is a great.
Do you want to go down the list of games, Julian?
Oh yeah.
Let's go down the list of games.
So now, Resident Evil 4 Remake is not included in this, okay? Because that game came out not too long ago, so I imagine it still needs to be at the price that it is.
Yeah.
But you get Resident Evil Village, along with a 25% off coupon for the Winter's Expansion DLC. Still great.
More DLC.
Yep. Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake.
Those are good.
Yep. We went through Resident Evil 3 very quickly.
Yes, we did. It's a pretty short game.
Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 5, Gold Edition. So you get everything in that set. Resident Evil 4 from 2005. Yeah. Come on. Shava!
Come on.
Resident Evil 0. So this is the remastered version of that as well. And you get also Resident Evil as far as that was also the remastered HD, because that's the version that's on Steam. The remake for 1 is what that is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then you get Revelations 1 and 2. 2 has the deluxe edition, which includes the episode 1 penal colony.
Penal.
Yeah. So
yeah, pretty cool. That's a really great deal.
it is. And this offer is good.
That's like 12 games?
See, offer ends in 13
11
days.
games.
So what's in 13 days? So let's see. 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So on, and I'm going to make sure that this episode gets out before then so you guys can go get it. This will be over on Wednesday the 23rd as far as of August. So if you want all the Resident Evil action and you have Steam, because that's the way they do it, and you can obviously, there'll be links to the website and stuff. If you want to go to humblebundle.com, and you'll see it there, Resident Evil Decades Horror Village Edition is what it's called.
So basically a $335 value if we're to buy these all separately on Steam for $35.
Yes, and you can actually choose, if you don't want every single game, you can choose different stuff.
Nice.
So it's cool. Like, you can choose what games you want to bundle together.
And since it is for raising money for charity, you can pay additional if you want.
Yes.
Or you can pay way less and just get a couple of games.
Yeah.
3, 7, 10, and 12. So there you go.
There you go. Obviously, great.
You going to get it?
I might actually invest in some of this stuff. I mean,
Which of these do you not already have?
I don't have Revelations 1 and 2 on PC. I think I don't have 0. I have Resident Evil 1 Remake for sure. I have 2 and I have 3. I don't have Village on PC.
So we've back when we used to stream, we played all of 5 and 6, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, we went through 5 and 6 together.
So we played all of 1.
Well, we didn't finish all of 6. We did Leon's campaign on 6. We didn't do everybody's.
Maybe we need to go back and do some more.
Yeah, that would be good.
Because those co-op games are real fun.
They are pretty fun. So that, if you are looking to get like some co-op stuff, 5 and 6 are great for that.
They're like action horror games. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
And see, he's usually not into that. So, yeah, humblebundle.com. You'll see it on there. It's called the Decades Horror Village Edition Game Bundle. So you have till the 23rd.
23rd.
Go get it.
Hopefully this podcast will be up before then.
And there's other bundles too if you don't want Resident Evil, but this is the big one. So.
And if it comes out after the 23rd, sucks for you. I hate you missed out.
Yep. Sorry. So the next one, this is a little bit more of a, kind of a little bit of a sad sort of tale. That not really sad. It's great that that someone is stepping in, to fill the role. But Lance Reddick, who sadly passed away, he's the actor who was featured in all the John Wick movies, and he was in the Resident Evil Netflix series, which you know how I feel about that. But Lance Reddick was a great actor. He also did some voice acting as far as for certain games, including Destiny 2.
That's what our topic's about.
Yeah. He was playing a character named Zavala. I hope I said that correctly. But now it's Keith David, as far as who is very well-known actor from... I love him as Spawn, like from the HBO Spawn show.
Oh, yeah.
He was great in that role. And then, of course, he's in John Carpenter's The Thing. He's been in so many roles.
Yeah, the younger generation will probably recognize him as the president on Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah,
So that's
yeah.
his voice acting chops right there.
He is taking over as the character, and so he'll be recording lines and all that for the character, because sadly, like I said, again, Lance Reddick, who was originally the character, passed away earlier this year.
Yeah.
So
R.I.P.
And people were wondering what would happen to the character. So Bungie announced that Keith David will be taking over as that character in the 2024 Final Shape expansion.
Yep. So movies, The Thing, of course, which is one of the best horror movies ever made.
Yes.
Platoon and
Yep.
Nope. He was
That's right. He's
the dad
in Nope.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm sure he will do great because he is very charismatic and just a really good actor. So I'm
Apparently,
looking forward to what he can do.
he posted a video message on Twitter or X.
On X.
X. So if you want to, I imagine it's his excitement for stepping into the role.
Hi, I'm Keith David, and I am honored to continue the great work of Lance Reddick as Zavala. One of the great qualities of Zavala that really attracts me is his integrity and his sense of family. And I thought that Lance captured that wonderfully. And it is my intention to continue that work and to continue to bring that kind of integrity to the role. To all the fans, thank you for your support. Thank you for welcoming me into this family. Let's just continue to make this a great experience. Thank you.
Okay, so you have something for us here.
Okay, we're shifting gears a little bit.
A little bit.
Right here. So, I know we said a couple months ago that back in movies, I guess movies are kind of the theme of this this podcast episode. The Tetris Effect author claims Apple adapted his book without permission. And so for those of you that don't know, they had the Tetris movie come out. I think it was just called Tetris, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was just called Tetris.
Just Tetris. And it came out earlier this year
on Apple TV Plus, I think is what it was called.
And so they are claiming that they didn't give them the rights.
Oh.
The book was called The Tetris Effect, the game that hypnotized the world. Released in 2016, Ackerman's book charts the story of Alexei, oh God, I can't read Russian, Pajanitov's. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah.
Pajanitov's, yeah.
Basically the person that developed Tetris.
Yeah, from his creation of the Soviet Russia to its eventual licensing to Nintendo, which bundled it with Game Boy to amazing commercial success. If you've seen the movie, blah, 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 the narrative is presented in Ackerman's book to be very, very similar. Even though both are based on a real-world battle, Ackerman claims that the movie took narrative directly from his work.
Ooh.
So he has threatened to sue. Let me see. He says he sent a pre-production edition for his book at the Tetris Company in 2016, which he says they wanted to copy for a movie and threatened to sue him if he tried to create his own movie or TV version.
This ain't looking good.
Nope. Ackerman claims the company refused to license this IP for projects related to the book and actively dissuaded producers who were interested in adapting it for film and TV.
Oops.
Furthermore, it sent him a strongly worded cease and desist letter. It's interesting. An Ackerman suit filed in Manhattan federal court is seeking damages equaling to less than 6% of the film's $80 million budget.
Ooh.
So do your math on that. That is about $4.25 million. The company states that the Tetris Company CEO and screenwriter copied Ackerman's book to forge the Tetris screenplay, with work beginning in 2017, the year after the book's publication. So pretty much as soon as the book came out, he claims they started working on it.
Yep.
Ackerman claims that the film literally borrowed numerous specific sections of the events of the book and was similar in almost all material respects.
Man, Apple, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's
Because I mean, you know, I bet if we had time to really sit down with his book and watch the movie, I'm sure we would find some pretty similar beats.
probably so. I mean,
So
I don't know,
I mean,
it's kind of like a kid doing a book report in high school and going to Wikipedia and not citing the references.
I guess we'll have to see what happens in this case if they, you know, if it's brought up in the news again, you know, because I imagine these sort of things when it comes to big lawsuits like this is usually settled out of court, you know, for a sum of money and stuff like that. So I have no doubt this is kind of what's going to happen unless Ackerman's really like really wanting to like get revenge, you know, like straight up, like screw these guys, I want everything, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, if most of the time though, like I would say about 85% of the time, it's going to be settled out of court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably won't hear anything else about this.
Yeah,
to be
this is
honest.
probably all that we're going to get.
Yeah. So,
But it's interesting that, you know, they would flat out like take I mean, of course, we haven't seen the movie, and we have at this point in time we have not seen the movie because I know we talked about it.
yeah.
And then we have not read his book, so we can't really, you know, say yes, they really did take everything from his book. You know, this is all completely based on what he is saying about the movie.
So the funny thing is, like, he sent them a copy of the book as soon as it was published, and
Because they were in pre-production for this movie
already, and then they said, "Okay, we have your book, but if you try to make something with this, we'll sue you." So it's
they pretty much, you know, were like,
because I mean, it says right here in the article from TimeExtension.com, but it is and threatened to sue him if he tried to create his own movie or TV version. So yeah,
I mean, it's pretty
Yikes.
plain, you know, plainly worded. You know, we're gonna sue if you do.
yeah. So oops,
There's like a bug in here somewhere.
that's gonna bite your dick.
It probably is.
So yeah, so good, you know, good way to not be to people. Don't steal their shit.
Don't steal shit.
Don't
That's
steal
bad.
shit.
Plagiarism is bad.
Yeah.
And I think now we have to talk about some weird accessories.
Weird accessories. This is going to be a new segment we're going to do
Yeah.
every once in a while. We don't have a name for it yet.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's a new theme song. Thank you.
Yeah.
But weird accessories, and pretty much in the world of gaming.
So if we find a few things that have either come out or that they're on their way out, we're going to bring it up here. Like, and it's going to be part of this segment. So it's not going to be like every single episode, but like whenever we do find them, we're going to talk about them right here and show them to you.
Yep.
And you have found something incredibly like
Well, before we get there,
Okay, okay.
we have three things to talk about.
yes.
I don't know how we're going to do one of these things
Well,
because of what it is. I mean, it's a plushie. It's a Pokemon plushie.
oh god, we want to start with that.
I say we do.
Okay, yeah, because the one that you have, I think we should hold off till to
Second
the
one.
last.
We'll do that
Yeah.
one next.
Okay, so we found that a Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet is Wiglet has a plush, and oh my god,
It looks a lot like something else.
yeah. I'm just gonna put it right here
Yeah.
so you can see it.
It looks a lot like an asparagus.
This is not an asparagus. That's not the word.
What word would you say, Julian? What do you think that looks like?
It looks like a phallic shape. It looks like a penis.
Yeah, it does.
And the image that is shown here, as far as plush, like it does have facial features, but it has to be like curved for you to see it.
Thank you for wording it just like that.
But the image like just makes it look like it has no face or anything. Like it's just a phallic shape.
I kind of like the idea that it has a face.
Yeah. So I'm gonna also make. You know, I have the plush here, obviously, at some point.
It's right there, yeah.
And then I'm going to show you what the actual, like, Pokemon looks like, and it's really not that much different.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really...
Because I mean, this is what it is. Like, I'm just showing you. Obviously this is the same image I'm showing him.
It looks exactly the same as the image, but goddamn.
And it has a red nose too. That makes it even worse.
But goddamn. Okay.
But I mean, it's supposed to be a version that's like the classic Pokemon Diglett, which Diglett doesn't look weird. Like, this is Diglett right here.
I'm telling you, Diglett looks like a potato.
Yeah, it looks more like a potato, not a phallic, white penis coming out of the ground. Sorry, I had to say it.
Thank you. A phallic white penis coming out of the ground.
I mean, just look at this.
Quit showing me this stuff.
Quit showing me this stuff. Well, this is one of the weird accessories and gaming stuff that is being sold right now.
I'd much rather play those Mystique porn games than look at these.
Oh, God. So, I had to at least... Okay, let's move on from there.
Okay.
We don't need to see Wiglet anymore. We know what it looks like.
So, that is for sale. I don't know the price of it, but you can get a Wiglet 10 1/4 inch.
It looks like
plush.
$25 for
$25
a freaking plush, for a phallic plush.
There you go. I mean, whatever floats your boat, whatever gets your rocks off.
Okay, continue with yours.
So, this is one I found. So, for some reason, I don't understand this.
And after what you told me before this podcast, I'm like astounded that this is happening.
So, yeah. Xbox is holding a competition right now on X, formerly Twitter. So you can win a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle themed controller.
Okay. I'm on board so far.
Yeah. All of these are, one of the 4 turtles. You can actually go. I think you have to like their Twitter page or whatever, or their X page.
Like to get it.
I think it's the Xbox Live, Twitter, and like it and share it, and you can win the world's first pizza scented.
Oh my God!
Xbox controller.
Go down the list here. I got to see the sweepstakes. How you do this?
I entered today.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
I mean, I hope you get it so that we can review this thing.
Then that's not going to happen.
But look at this image. Like, I need this image too.
Just go here.
Yeah, I guess I'll go here.
So we're looking on the official Xbox website, and it has a very proper looking lady sniffing the controller, but
it has like a pizza sticking.
It has a pizza slice in it, and inside this pizza slice, without actually holding it in my hand and looking at it and smelling it, I'm assuming it has like a piece of felt, and you drip liquid into it that smells like pizza.
I got to see this. Like, yeah, do they show what it looks like as far as the?
That's all there is.
But they just say what it is, like as far as like what you do.
Satisfy your hunger for kicking butt with the world's first ever pizza scented controller. Designed to deliver the smell of the turtle's beloved meal to your game time, these exclusive Xbox wireless controllers come with a built-in scent diffuser, shaped like a slice of delicious New York za. Za. That's so pretentious sounding. The controller comes in 4 variations, each representing the signature colors, weapons, and personality of a turtle brother. There we go. Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo. Fans can enter to win the wireless controllers by following Xbox Game Pass on Twitter and retweeting the official Xbox Game Pass sweepstakes tweet. The giveaway will run from July 24th through August 13th. So by the time you guys hear it will be over. The official rules and eligibility. God damn it! Eligibility details. You can visit there.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ!
You just don't want to know what popped in my head.
Yeah, I do. Eligibility.
If they had a Splinter one, would it smell like wood pellets?
Is that all? That's what you came up with?
Something. It just made me laugh. Like, what scent would be Splinter?
Kids.
Well, I don't think they have one for him, but I mean,
if they had a controller.
The controllers themselves look great.
Like, I like the art design of the controller, but I think the pizza thing's a little too much.
Why?
This is why it's the weird accessory, okay?
Yeah, why? I mean, it's a pizza slice. I mean, I'm sure you guys can see it up here, but the slice...
Oh, yeah, I'm showing it.
...goes into the back of the controller, and if you look in the middle pepperoni, it has a little hole for you to put in the liquid that is pizza scented.
Yeah, you can't fit Wiglet in there.
Jesus. So, I think you need to go sign up and try to win one as well.
Yeah, I think I need to.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
double our chances.
if we somehow manage to win one of these, we're gonna have to like try it. Like we're gonna have to have a pizza smell like video.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Yeah. We're gonna have to try out the controller, which I'm sure it's just an Xbox controller with a with just a regular
Plastic
like
pizza
plastic
piece stuck to the back of it.
But we got to try out the pizza thingy, like as far as the smelling deal, the scented.
So I was reading that they actually did, like, not here, but another website was saying that they did a side-by-side blind comparison to where they had like a slice of pizza and then the controller and try to see if people could tell the difference.
Oh my god!
So here, which one's which? Which one's which? Thank you, Xbox. Thank you, Microsoft, and thank you, TMNT, for giving us something we never knew we needed this badly. Because like I entered today, and I'm like, I want this in my life.
Yeah, I think you should have it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Because it would be pretty cool to display it. To be honest, I mean.
Yeah, and so on to the final thing.
Yeah,
the final thing.
I need to hear this.
And so this is something that I came across a couple weeks ago in China. Going back to our Tetris stuff that we talked about a little earlier. McDonald's partnered with Tetris to release a handheld that is available in China only.
Dude, we need to order this.
Okay. It is shaped like a McNugget.
Oh my god, dude.
It is a McNugget shaped Tetris handheld from McDonald's. It is real and playable.
Dude, we need this. You have one! Holy shit! Dude! Look at this! Look at this nugget!
This is... Oh, it's blurry. But yeah, it doesn't autofocus where old cameras do. But this is the Tetris.
You got one.
Yes,
I can't believe that was a good surprise.
I thought you'd like that. That's why I saved it for last. But it's a gigantic chicken McNugget
Dude.
that you can play.
And you haven't played it yet?
Oh, yeah, I have. It works.
It works?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
It does a really, really screechy version of the Tetris theme song when you turn it on.
Oh, God. I'm scared now.
It should be. Here we go. Ooh, that sounds so bad.
It does sound horrible.
Yeah, that's all you get. I don't want to hear any more of that shit.
Yeah,
Turn
I don't
off.
blame you.
But, I mean, it plays well. It plays like Tetris. The only thing that I find a bit weird is the long 4-block piece, you know, the stick shafty one. It doesn't want to cooperate with you sometimes.
Oh.
But other than that, so there you go.
So it's a very cheap, like, it does feel cheap, like,
yeah,
as far as the plastic and everything.
So it costs about 30 Chinese yen.
One?
I don't know.
Or about $4.25 US dollars.
US.
So that's how you were able to get this.
If you want to get one here, it is more, and you have to have it imported. But here you go.
What, through Wish or something? How did you get it?
Honestly, they have.
You gotta tell them.
They have resellers on eBay.
Okay, that makes sense. And I imagine they do an upcharge on this.
It does cost more, but I managed to get this. Let's say this was $12.
I can't believe you got this.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's cool. It's a cool little knick-knack.
It's a video game thing. I mean, this is like, it's
a McDonald's nugget.
McDonald's nugget.
Yeah, a McNugget, and
it's a legit
Tetris
licensed Tetris game. Like it's embossed in the back Tetris. So it's the real deal.
This is crazy.
I thought you would enjoy.
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like just looking at it, like I mean,
it's the stupid thing ever.
And then like the down, like to push. Oh, God. Wow. And the fact that it's like all these like the way it's designed,
it has like the McNugget dimples.
I wish I could show it to the camera, but like if I get closer, obviously it's gonna
you want me to get back behind it and like zoom into it properly?
No, I mean just
we could put a picture here. I mean,
yeah, I'll put a picture obviously and all that showing, but it looks so cheap. But I mean, but in a good way. Like I guess for like the idea, like I got a handheld system that is the shape of a McDonald's McNugget.
McNugget plays Tetris.
Yeah. Who else can say that except for like people in China and then some people here in the U.S.
I found out about this a few weeks ago, and I was like, I ordered it, and I mean, like, no joke, I ordered this like 3 weeks ago.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, man, I hope this shit gets here before we do our podcast. I hope it gets here, and it got here on Monday when we're going to film our podcast. Today's Thursday, and I'm like, shit, now I gotta keep it silent. I want to tell Julian about it.
You did keep it silent. I had no idea.
That was a tough one. So yeah, there you go. The Tetris
McNugget.
So
Tetris McNugget's what it's gonna be called from now on. It's still cool that you were able to get one.
Yep. So
I would show that off.
Apparently, it is to honor the 40th anniversary of the Chicken McNugget.
And then, I mean, Tetris is popular all over the world, so
Yep.
it makes sense for that game to be on it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Tetris is Asian.
I mean, this is just a little. This is almost like a Tiger Electronic LCD.
It's better than that,
Like,
actually.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, play it.
I mean, just how it looks. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, sounds bad. Try to get it to start, damn it. Level 1. I'll turn it off, turn it back on. There you go.
Oh God. Okay, so it doesn't feel bad.
No, it plays well. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. It says features arrows, lets you move the pieces left and right and drop them faster. There's a button that lets you rotate the pieces, but apparently only in one direction. Let's see.
I'm not doing bad.
Is this an officially licensed Tetris device? At first, some folks thought this device wasn't.
Like a joke, like a...
Yeah. But McDonald's did and pay to use the Tetris name. So it is...
So somebody got paid at least.
Yeah. And so like as you're playing it right now, it actually has McDonald's logo on the screen.
It does. It really... Oh God, you're right. It doesn't rotate as far as the...
I told you that sticks a bitch.
As far as with the 4-block, straight line.
Yep. So...
it did eventually when I hit it enough, but it took a little bit for
And
it to
I
do
will
it.
say, even though this number is kind of high, the quantities are limited in terms of like how many they made. They made 400,000 of these, but when you think that they're only China exclusive, they're going to be difficult to get. So right now they're brand new and they're easy to get, but if you want one, get it soon.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's just Tetris. Come on, turn, damn it. I mean, it's only I think why it doesn't turn right away is because it's near the top.
Yeah, if it's at touching the sides, it won't rotate either.
Yeah, it has to be like clear, which is weird, but whatever, it still works. Okay, yeah, this is crazy. I turned it off.
Thank you.
There you go. Because we have a podcast to do.
Yep, and so the Tetris McNugget, everybody.
Tetris McNugget. That's so crazy.
Yep.
Okay, so there's your weird accessories for this time.
The weird accessories.
Weird accessories. And what's not weird is basically people archiving classic gaming toys. You got that article for us.
So there's an archivist.
Yeah, preserving video game toys. And he's been doing the Bandai Zelda 1 figures.
From 86.
Yeah. So I will actually get this image that I'm looking at and put it right here. As far as for you guys to see all these. And they've archived all 43 Zelda 1 Keshi figures from the 1986 toy line from Bandai. And they're all available to view on the archive.org, which is a great place, by the way. Archive.org, if you want to see the scans.
So I'm wondering... So it looks like you can.
It's called Keshi Corner, as far as on X, Twitter.
Yeah, let me check something real fast.
Yeah, I want to see this.
I'm curious. Okay, so you can actually go and download the 3D scans. I wonder if you can reprint them with your own 3D printer.
I imagine you could.
Because these are all, they actually give you
the
zip files for it.
Yeah, the zip files and everything.
Okay, so that
is a 3D scan of...
That's Link.
Yep, of Link.
And the Triforce.
With the Triforce attached to him.
And some type of weird intestines going from him to the Triforce.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so...
That's so cool. I like this. So this originally started back in October 2022. And they were this as far as this website, as far as time extension, which is a great retro article site, as far as news source for retro games.
Yeah.
They did a story about this as far as that a person, a retro enthusiast named Mr. Toledo, he actually has a YouTube channel called Catchy Corner, and has been archiving objects using a 3D scanning piece of technology to preserve these figures, because there's not many of these left.
Yeah, the molds I'm pretty sure are gone. I mean, it's just the prototypes are probably gone.
So basically having a 3D scan of these figures preserves it, because then you can take it to your 3D printer and make, some figures yourself.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I think that's great. Seems like he's also working on a Super Mario Brothers set from Bandai as well. And like Super Mario Brothers 1, he's trying to get the full set at the time was like Super Mario Brothers 3 and World.
That's pretty cool.
Which is, I would love to see those. And he'll be starting the Zelda 2 figures shortly. So he, like I said, his name is Keshi Corner. That's Keshi, and then space Corner on Twitter /X. So if you want to go support him as far as in his efforts, if you know of anybody that has these figures, he probably would be more than happy to take them as far as to preserve them. So go check it out. I think that's cool. I think that's great.
Yeah.
I want to kind of check out his YouTube channel now, like as far as, when I'm not doing this.
I mean, it's a cool way of doing what, we try to do. I mean, like, we collect games, consoles. I mean, we probably have 100 consoles between the two of us. And it's just one of these type of things, is trying to archive our childhood. Seeing all these toys and seeing people that care about them, people that dump ROMs because there's no other way to get them.
Yep.
It's just a way of preserving things that could one day be lost. And I think that is cool.
And this is the same way how I feel about with games, especially when they're physical prototypes, games that never got finished, or stuff like that that were thought to be lost. It's so great when you read a story that somebody has taken the time to get the ROM off of those physical copies, or copy, because it's probably just one, especially if it's a prototype, and then distributing it out to the world to enjoy, so that it stays relevant, so it doesn't get lost forever. Yep. Because if that physical copy gets destroyed, that's it.
Yeah,
there's
gone.
Nothing left. It never existed in the first place. So it's cool when that happens. So this is the same idea, that somebody has taken the time to, which, it takes a lot of hours, especially if you're going to, put this kind of stuff together. This guy has really taken, precious moments from his life to preserve,
that's
these
a lot
things.
Of work, too.
It is, yeah. So I appreciate it highly, and respect it. And I hope this continues. I hope he continues to do more of these sets. I mean, especially, I would love to see the Resident Evil stuff.
And this is one thing he tells Time Extension. The game preservation community has gotten really good at preserving the digital aspects of games, basically the game data itself. But there's this whole other space that needs attention too.
Yep.
Which is a preservation of the contemporary environment surrounding the games, how they were labeled, how they were marketed, how they were received, what merchandise, what other ancillary materials were created for them. Which, yes, it's one thing to go and see a complete in box game and look at it, because we know I'm collecting for Vectrex.
Yeah.
And everything I'm getting for Vectrex is complete in box, because when you open it, it has all these other things that come with it that make it that much better to play.
Yeah, because you need everything for the full experience.
And I mean, like that, there are people now that do, I don't want to say bootlegs, but they do homebrews, and they do repros of these games and these things like this.
And they make physical overlays like the ones.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
They do.
That's great.
It's great, because they're getting harder and harder to find. And the ones that you do find, is getting harder and harder to find ones that are in good condition. And the same things with these toys. I mean, they're from '86. I mean, I was 1, you were just being popped out. And so, I mean, like, by the time that we're able to play with them and, like, drool on them and chew on them, they were already ugly. And so imagine what it's like to find a almost 40-year-old toy and then have to scan it and make sure it's good enough to be scanned. I mean, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, especially finding them, see if anybody wants to actually let go of them, because, there's some people that are, they're not going to give up their stuff. Like I've heard of stories of people having prototypes and some of the gaming stuff that, is like the data, and they won't give it up or they'll sell it, which is really crappy, of someone to do. Like, for example, if we had a prototype for a game that never was like, as far as that was like a sequel to a game that never happened, like, let's say, for example,
Let's say Star Fox 2. That's the way it was for a long time.
Exactly. In Star Fox 2, eventually, like, Nintendo was like, okay, we have it, let's put it out there. And they put it on the Super Nintendo Classic, as far as the Mini. And that was great, because then we got a full game that was done. And the only reason that they never released it was because they were moving on to the N64. And they were already working on Star Fox 64 at that point. So, which is a wonderful game. So
it is a great game.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
It's actually one of the best 64 games. Are there anything?
No, that's pretty much it as far as everything that we covered. And so, if you obviously the Resident Evil Humble Bundle should be available when this episode goes up. I don't know if you'll catch it with the contest as far as with the TMNT controller.
Yeah.
We hope you'll get one. If you want to look for, obviously, the nuggets as far as the Chinese McDonald's Tetris McNugget.
Yeah, I mean,
handheld.
They're not bootlegs. These
you
are
can
real
find them on
things.
eBay.
Yeah, get them on eBay. And like I said, they're not making many in terms of video game stuff. Remember, there are 8 billion people in the world. They're making 400,000.
So, yep, of course, Assassin's Creed with the stupid microtransactions. Boo. Gran Turismo, are you going to go see it? Let us know in the comments. Obviously, make sure that if you're on YouTube, as far as watching this, to like and subscribe. What'd you think of his retro gaming treasures that we did? And we're actually going to have a new one next time around. So we'll have double the games. Yeah. And also, what do you think of, obviously, Keith David taking over the character in Destiny 2 for the late Lance Reddick?
Give us your thoughts on the Tetris Effect author saying that Apple adapted his book without his permission.
Ooh.
And but let us know what you think about the Wiglet plush.
Is it too much? Are you gonna buy it for your kids if you have kids?
And then if you're if you're watching this stuff on YouTube, let us know what topics you want us to cover.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to see. We have some other really cool shit in the works, and so I know we're excited for it. We're going to be doing some of our favorite childhood games, a big series of games that started in '92 and has a lot of them out currently. So we're excited.
And then we might be doing some special stuff where we do some challenges.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get frustrated, guys. Hope you're ready for the entertainment that comes with that. But yeah, like I said, make sure you like and subscribe. Go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/RetroEngineDuo. As far as to follow us, we post there a lot more than we do on X. No X, not as much. But yeah, the Facebook page is where we're most active. Come say hello to us if you are new to it. Obviously we read the comments and everything, so we'll see all the stuff you have.
Might not be a good idea, but yeah, hit us up on Facebook. Please send us some likes. Give us some ideas what you want to see. We're all about retro games.
Yep, we love to talk to you about it.
Yep, we're here to talk to you.
We're here to believe you. No. Okay, anyways, that's it. We'll see you guys next time on Red Talks.
Red Talks.
Bye.